Yeah, welcome back. Well, we've all heard horror stories of the smartphones exploding and different types of things, but I suppose for this gentleman, it was maybe more real than he wishes. Man goes to sleep with his iPhone, and what happened next nearly killed him. A man nearly electrocuted himself in an unfortunate series of events. WashingtonPost.com reported, when Willie Day fell asleep on March 22nd, his iPhone was not far away. Like so many others, he had grown used to keeping his phone with him in bed, via an extension cord as it charged overnight. The 32-year-old Huntsville, Atlanta man would soon regret that habit. And I'm sure we all do that, right? The next morning, Day woke up and rolled over. As he did, a dog tag necklace that he was wearing happened to catch on the exposed prongs of the charger head, which had come loose from the extension cord. The metal chain suddenly became a conductor for the electricity, and it traveled straight to Day's neck. The jolt he felt was the eeriest, darkest, most demonic thing you could ever experience. Day told the Washington Post on Friday. I don't have enough adjectives to describe it. Wow, look at that. His necklace became a conductor. I've been electrocuted before, obviously not to that extent, but like he was saying, there's no feeling like it. The feeling of helplessness as your muscles tense up. You can't let go. And this guy's case was different, but still, it is quite frightening. By the time you figure out what's happening to you, you can't do anything about it. Day said he was thrown from his bed to the ground in a matter of moments. He stopped feeling anything. Your body is numb at that point, he said. I guess people would think it would be burning, but in my case, I felt a whole lot of pressure around my neck. Wow. Also, I know the iPhones themselves, or smartphones in general, with the battery pack that comes with them, you have the positive and negative like any battery, right? But there's a very thin layer between the battery, and as they age, the lining between the positive and the negative deteriorate, and then they explode in some cases. Some people have actually died from it. So it was actually suggested that when you have your phone in your pocket, or if you have an aging smartphone and you must keep it on you, to have the screen facing your body, not the battery. Because if you have the battery facing your body and it feels like exploding, guess who's getting hit? But if you have the screen facing you and the battery facing outward, the likelihood of you getting injured are far less. So this guy's lucky to be alive, kind of from his own stupidity at the same time. Matt Drudge just made a huge accusation. And we all know Matt Drudge because he was one of the ones, well, I've been following him for years, but he definitely stuck out when he admitted in 2016 that the censorship of YouTube and the monetization of the channels was coming. And then here we go, a year later, what he has said has come to fruition. Many things this man has said has come to reality, but fascinating guy. The Drudge Report I would definitely recommend looking at. Great website. Conservative media personality Matt Drudge stated he suspects Congress is deliberately sabotaging President Trump. Well, it certainly is believable, isn't it? Considering a lot of Republicans came out against him during the primaries. How could we forget? Let's take a listen.
And we're trying to save this young Trump administration, and I do think there is a crisis on many fronts. Is some of it of his own making? Art, XLM, you're on the air with the Drudge Report.
I wanted to tell Trump, don't give up. Keep it simple. And no matter how unpopular the...
Oh, hold on. What does that mean, keep it simple?
Keep it simple?
Yeah, what is that? Specifically, that's not enough advice to save this situation. Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have times as humans to overthink things. There's a lot of decisions. There's a lot of bills that are trying to be passed, but people end up getting things added on to them.
Well, but hold on. You don't think that Congress is deliberately sabotaging? Because I suspect there's a sabotage. Do you know Obama had the stimulus package on his desk before Inauguration Day? What did this Congress give this great man? Nothing.
Right.
So, all right. Well, okay. All right. We'll keep it simple. Thank you. Just keep it simple.
Well, I did. I brought you Chinese food.
Well,
more simpler as that.
It is Matt Drudge here celebrating this 75th anniversary of this man. It is an anniversary of sorts.
It is unbelievable, and I'm so honored that you're here. I turned my microphone over to him and my chair.
Well, now you're not going to get it back. Because this is the quality of calls you're getting? Yes. Keep it simple?
Yes.
I don't know how to save it?
No. Matt, how many years have you had the Drudge Report?
It's 22. I started in 95. And when did you start?
94.
Okay, so we're all kind of, you were birthed a little bit before me. I have not missed a day. You practically don't miss a day.
I take vacation days.
It's been a heck of a ride, and it just feels like yesterday.
Blink of an eye.
Just feels like a blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye.
Now, how old were you when you started this show, Michael?
52.
52 years old. For everybody out there who is in a midlife.
And wants to give up.
In a midlife.
Right.
Look at what this man did with his 50s and 60s.
Well,
look at this.
I'll admit it.
Michael, do you realize you are at the top of your craft? #1 book in the country. A radio show, you roll down your windows and you hear you.
Wow.
I don't even have to tune you in. I just roll down the window.
Oh, what a
think of that. I was coming in yesterday. You're the Bay Area, stuck in traffic in Embarcadero. One person had you on, another person had you on. Do you know what's happening here? People are nervous. It could go back to Hillary. She looks like she's running again.
Oh, yeah. Same message.
Third time is the charm.
Same message. Same message.
So,
global warming, women, war, peace, children, same message.
So all she needs is 1 million more this time? Are there 1 million more? Have there been 1 million more illegals that will come in who will sneak the vote?
I don't know.
Since the election. So I don't know either. Now, Melania is moving into the White House. Could this help to soften some of Trump's edges?
Will they care, though, Matt?
Nancy Reagan is billed as a secret behind Ronnie. That she soothed him. She played watchdog.
Please, this affair.
Fascinating guys. Michael Savage and Matt Drudge. Both great men. Both patriots. Red, white, and blue. Some of the few that are left. Well. Look who was just sentenced to jail in Ohio. Definitely a pattern between these people. An Ohio-based environmentalist has just been sentenced to jail on 13 counts of voter fraud. DailyCaller.com reported an Ohio-based environmentalist whose group once accused energy companies of election fraud was sentenced this week on charges she falsified voter registrations. Oh man, these people. Rebecca Hammonds, an activist with Ohio Organizing Collaborative, a wealthy anti-fracking grassroots organization, was sentenced to 180 days in jail Monday after pleading guilty to 13 felony counts of election fraud in January. She originally faced 35 counts. The fraudulent registrations happened 2 years ago in Columbiana County. Her legal troubles are ironic considering OOC claimed in 2015 that election fraud stemmed in the Community Bill of Rights initiative, a ballot proposal that would allow communities to ban fracking in their towns, and hand recount eventually found that their proposal failed on its own merits. Hammonds apparently believe flubbing the voter registration numbers would convince the OOC to continue bankrolling her position. I felt like I needed to keep the numbers up because it was stated that if they weren't very many numbers, they would pull the funding, which would mean not only my job, but 8 other people's jobs. Well, she's already wealthy, so why does she care? It's because she got wealthy by being paid by the globalists. That's what this really is. She's a globalist. She doesn't care about the environment. She doesn't care about America or people. None of these people do. They're bankrolled by globalists like George Soros and other international banksters. Her sentence should be a lot longer than 180 days, but I'll take it.